I'm currently looking inside a painted out fishbowl. I painted it black on the outside. I have the clear acrylic on the inside. I've got some lights and the S-curve. I'm going to dangle it above to represent the center Arctic, the central vortex of creation, where all the stars and the sun and everything is projected from. I'm going to lift it up and turn it to show you the projection. There's the true lights here. We don't see the real lights. We just see this circular motion. See the motion of the stars below it, projected out against the concave field of the Earth, and the parabolic projection. You see, we only get the one image because this represents one meridian line north to south. Every man only sees one image. If he was to look east or west, or filming it, the stars would be seen warping away. They wouldn't make this nice centralized circular motion. So if you're on a direct north to south meridian and you're filming directly south or north, you get a nice circle. See, we're not seeing an image to the left or the right, are we? That's exactly how it works over Earth. Every man only sees the one projection because of this round circular Earth, flat plane, circular. Everything is projected directly onto your north-south meridian from the center Arctic. It's hard to keep it centralized. But this centralized spot represents the center Arctic as the vortex turns. The centralized vortex is moving 15 degrees per hour, or thereabouts. Turning the other way. If we were inside the fishbowl, we would see, we'd look direct north. Straight ahead you'd see a rotation, and if you looked completely opposite, you'd see the other rotation. We're not inside the bowl, we're looking from one side. So I'll give you an overall image of what's going on here. I'll drop the lights down now. This is what we're looking at. This fishbowl. I've got a hole in the side of it. And the light's coming in from the top. So you have to think of Earth. Earth is like this. You've got the Antarctic all the way around the outside. Centre Arctic. Antarctic again. So the S-curve of creation is at the centre here. So I'm just showing you through one side an image cast into the, say, the southern hemisphere here. But if we were inside, we could see one there and we'd see one against this side. Okay. Earth isn't just this one arc. This is a meridian line from the centre Arctic out to the Antarctic. But this dome here represents man's observations of the world around him. Everything comes back to him perpendicular off the arc, back to him at 90 degrees to zenith. But Earth is like this. There's the centre Arctic. There's the S-curve. The lights I'm showing in the centre of the ball here. Okay. So we're casting the image is getting cast onto the concave field, and we get one in the north and the south. No matter which side you want to imagine you're on, there's a concave field there and a concave field here. And halfway here, it's split. At certain angles, when I'm filming these lights in the fishbowl, I can get the two separate rotations. They're both coming in and going opposites, or coming in to go out, but they're coming in opposite. That works too, but it's very hard to film all this stuff, getting the camera angles right and everything. Okay, we'll go back for another look, shall we? Get right in close. In the hole, and there's your lights. There's my S-curve turning. Don't look at the actual lights, you're looking at that projection on the outer wall. I'm not sure if it's focusing, I can't really see while I'm filming. But there's the circle. I'm turning it backwards and forwards because I can't continuously turn it with my fingers. I'll try, hang on a minute. The creation doesn't wobble like my fingers, my hands. It's fixed, dead, centrally locked in the Arctic, magnetically locked, dead center. It's all reoccurring every day, day in, day out. It's on a cycle. It's like a fixed moment in time. All the stars are basically bubbles in the vortex. It all comes from water. We consider every bubble like a grain of sand. They're all different, made up differently. Minerals are different, quantities. Just like every man on earth. All different. We come from there, we come from that water. We're a 3D projection. And then you have to understand what happens over the season. How the field expands and contracts back in. Expands out to the south, contracts back in. So we've got two separate rotations of each hemisphere. But this is what happens at the vortex. It expands and contracts. The southern hemisphere comes right in and overlays the northern hemisphere. Not totally. So imagine one circle coming up to the Arctic centre, where you get your Physica Piscis. That's what's happening. Expansion, contraction. And this contracting overlaying creates the new constellations. They merge, separate image of stars overlaying to create new constellations. Then they expand out again, changing constellations again. Coming back in, going back out. After the 17th of October, you've got a complete separation. The southern hemisphere rotation completely separates out off the northern hemisphere. Totally separated by the tropical gap. See light warping? Well, that warping effect is when it's like magnetism. If you did it with a ferrocell and stuff, the light merges and then merges and then, or separates, merges and separates. You might see it there. I'm not sure if I can see it at the moment. Okay. It's very awkward.